basses. Ooh la la, do 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 do.
That's a song from Another Time, Another Place.
That's what Dune 3 is called? I love that when you're a part of the industry. And I don't just mean...
Remember Dune?
Which one? I think I remember Dune. Or at least I dreamt I remember Dune.
But as what were you saying, the industry?
Well, it's just such a good feeling finally being a part of something. Because, yes, we have seen Dune 3. And not just in a way of like accidentally or as a joke, but they wanted to know what we had to say about that. And so it felt good. And that song, like the Bene Gesserit and like the Gilgamar, we put our ears into the box of the sound of that song. And
that song was inspired by the Bene Gesserit.
The Bene Gesserit. That's my best guess. That's who that song was inspired by.
So I hope that evoked the correct emotions in you, the viewer. We're really going for sort of the feeling of the what's the worm called? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Welcome to the podcast.
And after listening to that song, please take the survey down below, link will be right here and in the description, so we can know what exactly you felt when you listen to that song, because that's really important to us.
You have a chance
to do we're kind of becoming the first metrics-based podcast. Not necessarily interactive, but wholly metrics-based. And so, yeah.
You have a chance to get in on the ground floor of metrics.
Yeah. We'd like your metrics, we'd like your social security number, we'd like maybe credit card, how tall you are, how much you weigh,
DNA,
what type of, how scrambled eggs or hard-boiled egg or poached, kind of like how high maintenance you are, I guess is one way to put it. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's we welcome all metrics, unless they're undesirable.
Well, I'm sure anyone viewing this podcast won't include the undesirable metrics. But, so thank you ahead of time for giving us those. Welcome to episode 4. This one is the best one thus far. We already know that ahead of time because of foresight. It's called thinking ahead.
And because episode 3, I think it's in cult territory, but financially, commercially, legally, it was a bloodbath. It was a fucking disaster. It was a disaster. I mean, what were the things that we were hearing? It was quite ridiculous.
It's going down as it was a fucking massacre. Look, Ketchup doesn't want anything to do with us anymore. Ketchup dropped us.
We got dropped by Ketchup.
We had a bad fucking talk with Ketchup, man.
I mean, I was expecting, like, little things here and there, like, of course we were wildly politically daring, and we weren't in line. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, production things, like, the sound was too crisp.
The video quality was too high.
I'm sorry. But when Big Ketchup dropped us, that was when we really said, wait a second. Look in the mirror. What just happened? Because ketchup, that's... Usually once you get ketchup, it never leaves. The ketchup money just flows and flows and flows.
It's like blood.
Honey.
It's like blood.
They call it the red blood honey. Because it tastes so good.
There's a reason they make it red.
But they kill you. They really do. And yeah, so kind of because of the ketchup turmoil, if you will, we had to regrettably replace our last co-host with this new one over here. And so Bark DK Dumpster, I would like to say, welcome to the show. We're excited to usher in this post-Ketchup era. The definitively post-Ketchup era.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Hashback. It's for a long time been a, when I was in medical school, this was sort of the Mount Everest,
Yes. Medical podcasts. Medical podcasts are tricky because to be an actual doctor, all it takes is one or two people in a room to say, okay, you did it. But a medical podcast, it's the judge and jury is millions and billions of people. Not just one or two stuffy old people in a white suit.
And we all look at to you as sort of a doctor of the soul, of the mind.
Dr. Pietro, I don't mind that. Dr. Pietro.
It's a shame, but what happened with Ketchup?
Dr. J. What's up playing basketball?
But anyways, glad to be here. I'm as you know, in the process of my I'm currently working on my thesis, and I think this is gonna really help push that along.
So as a magician, what is it about Ketchup that is so enthralling? Give me the good and the bad. I think we deserve to hear this.
Well, we haven't used ketchup. Ketchup was big during the Civil War applications. We sort of went away from it, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
Trying to bring it back into the mainstream. But, I mean, it's not helping its case when it's dropping podcasts like this.
I mean, because now today we think of ketchup as not only as something that we eat, but something that sustains the podcasting industry. But during the Civil War, like you mentioned, it was brick. It was red stone. It was... Many trees were actually made of ketchup. It was kind of a growth stimulant.
Ketchup.
Oh, well, I think we're trying to reach an alternative ketchup ground. Because we might not have ketchup money, but I think we still have ketchup in our heart. And that's why
fucking hot in here.
And that's why they call ketchup red honey blood. But yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned your path as a magician and a doctor as well, because we actually met not in a scholarly kind of private library, not in a cloaked consortium of like-minded men and women, but well, maybe that's not so far off, because we actually met, we were both sitting front row, furthest seat left, and furthest seat second left at Disclosure Day.
Well, that's the best seat in the house for that type of movie.
It's all about alternative understandings.
Because you don't want to know what's happening. Because if you do, you're already gone too far. You're already in too fucking deep. Okay?
It's kind of like
It's already been disclosed.
it's like The Ring. Watching that movie is like The Ring.
Some strange things are going to start happening to many people around the world because of Mr. Stevie Spiels. Okay?
What do you think, if Steven Spielberg was born in 2005, would he have been on TikTok as a dancer?
Probably would have invented TikTok.
This is a question for you. We all know that Charlie D'Amelio could have done Disclosure Day, but could have Steven Spielberg done Addison Rae's new album?
Well, that depends.
Pepsi. We know we talked a little bit about this during E.T.
That depends. where does Diet Pepsi come from? Do you have any idea?
Well, where did tea come from?
Exactly, the same thing. The same place.
I never understood anti-sugar. I understand sugar, I understand salt. Lately I've been getting into sesame oil. Because I like to eat like cucumber salad with sesame oil. But what is anti-sugar and how does it work? Is it like anti-gravity? Is it like antiperspirant? How does it become a drink? And how does it become that a burst with liquid and with volume?
Yeah, they haven't figured that part out yet.
Because E.T. was he filled with Diet Pepsi?
That's
why they killed him?
That's why he got all ashy, because they weren't giving him Diet Pepsi.
What happens when Diet Pepsi enters orbit when it is oppressed with gravity?
Becomes Coke Zero.
Coke Zero was a hit as an astronaut. Because he's so damn yummy.
Anyways. You're working on a new type of reading?
A new type of reading. Well, I wasn't quite ready to release this to the world yet, but I know we kind of began to address this episode 3. Why was it that we were gone for so long? I know there was some talk about being kind of in the army that we got drafted, but really what it was is that I dropped everything to build a new type of reading with my best friend and my roommate. And yeah, I just felt like, for me, I had been I did it all. I went to the #1 university in the country, and then I also went to kind of like an online, like Phoenix, University of Phoenix type situation. And I wanted
exactly that one, but similar.
I wanted to see what everything was like. Because that's for me what learning is. You eat a rock, you eat a feather, you eat a piece of hamburger, and you said, the feather was good, but the hamburger was best. That's what it is to learn, to be a student. And then to educate yourself and to educate others. And so, in between podcasts, what I had done was I dropped everything, right? I had gone completely, I was drinking water, but I wasn't drinking soda, I was doing veganism, before I learned about what they were really, a little bit of a cult.
Before
But I got out of that.
Fucking cool, too.
Basically, long story short, I dropped everything to build a new type of reading. For so long, you read, you understand it for a second, and you forget it. And so what I was saying is that this isn't designed right. Who did this? Who did this? That, I don't mean to get intense, that was basically what had happened to me. I was shook with a birth of rage about reading.
No, but that's you're the only one brave enough to admit it. That's the impulse we've all had. But no one else other than you has been brave enough to confront that.
I mean, you think dyslexia is naturally occurring in nature? That's a issue that has to be solved by a new type of reading. We designed reading to have fault lines throughout the permeable system. And what happened was we saw this begin to explode and rupture what had happened in society. And so I said, okay, there's 2 different types of 2. Let's cut that down to 1. There's what else is there? Cool can mean a temperature, and it can mean like an adjective. That's not right. Let's cut that down to 1. So basically, we tried to shrink everything into a kind of deeply efficient. I linked and I built. And this is what happened. And it's called Reader. It's called Reader. Reader. And yeah, it's coming soon.
How do you spell that?
RIDIRIRYIR. Yeah. And it's coming soon. It's coming soon. The economy's, we're gonna IPO.
You're trying your best to get the price down.
Yeah. Well, let me tell. Yeah.
It's not fucking easy though.
Right now we're up to, even just when we're running internal tests, it's about $700,000 US per token.
Information is power, and it's not free. You're not entitled to read in this new way.
I mean, you told me this first. Information is power, and power is money, and money is information. And so we're trying to
Well,
just...
who do you think I got that from?
Are you trying to flatter me? Elon Musk? Or was it Sammy PP? Oh man.
That might have been something Sammy P.P. Goldman said, yeah. But, yeah, we're working on it.
Read here. Coming soon. Catch it if you can.
You won't. Let's see, your fucking metrics.
Yeah, true.
If you want to sign up before you even worry about the price, we're gonna need all the metrics. What else?
Well, that was my first venture. And I think your first venture oftentimes can be your last, whether you're successful or you're unsuccessful. But you have actually been working on a new model that you wanted to share with the world as well. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, part of why I was so excited to come on today is because I'm lucky enough to be sponsoring this episode. Well, my company is sponsoring, not me. This has been an arduous process to get this out to the public, but it is coming soon. We want JPH Simple Stories listeners to be on the ground floor of this. It's called Crumb AI.
Powerful. Let Crumb AI. Let's let that sink in for a second. Crumb. Wow.
Wow.
That's CRUM.
Yeah.
B?
B.
People don't always know that. That's also why I wanted to do Read Year. But for you, for your purposes, it's CRUMB. Yeah, let's get this on the big board. I'd like to ask an AI, which one is best to draw on a whiteboard? Probably don't know that shit, don't you? Loser.
Crumb AI. So what we did is we took every person in Jabba's palace and we digitized their consciousness into a single language learning model. And lo and behold, it's better than every single other one out there. You don't need to have these language learning models studying Wikipedia, Reddit, YouTube. Like these, we've been training these things on the wrong stuff the whole time. It was right. The answer was right in front of us the whole time, and it was everyone in Jabba's palace, like Jabba, Crumb himself.
I think Salacious wanted to live forever, and I think this is our way to honor him in that. Because yes, he got killed by Yamba.
Yerba mates.
Yeah.
You drank too many yerba mates.
Because his body's so small. We thought we were all trying to go band for band.
Too fast.
Yeah, his body was so small. The yerba was. What really did it was he accidentally drank the sparkling version. That exploded his body.
That'll explode you real fast.
You can't get back from that. No, because they got the anti-sugar in the yerba. Sugar yerba.
But yeah, he's in there. This is what he wanted.
I want to hear both a question that you can ask Crumb and what would a good Crumb response be? Is it his voice?
We haven't got that far yet. We're working.
Is it sexy Crumb?
No, this is for Strictly research purposes only.
Fortunate.
Oh. Yeah.
Research of the body is from addition. I would think that would be a higher priority.
Yeah, you can ask Crumb. You can ask Crumb anything. You want to ask him about where the Coke Zero Pepsi, Diet Pepsi conversion takes place, how that works. He'll answer that for you. It's not just Crumb in there though. There's the pink guy with the weird head thing. What's his name?
The Muppet? Is it the prom?
The scary one with the red eyes. He's in there. The pig
Gollum?
fellas. They're in there.
They got a bad rep.
The Rancor's in there. You don't want to talk to him that much.
The Rancor.
The Rancor does. He doesn't answer the questions that in a nice way.
Was he like an AmeriCorps, but for their country? So he just got stationed at like eating people.
They left him in he got stationed at a hole in the floor. Hole in the floor swamp. Anyways, that's Crumb. That's the new revolutionary.
Crumb,
Look up Crumb AI when you get home on your tablet. It's gonna revolutionize.
It's the first AI that only works on tablet. It doesn't work on phone or laptop.
We're working on trying to get the responses to be less desert oriented. They sort of only know how to answer stuff about being in the desert and like the Sarlacc pit and stuff like that. But we'll get past that.
And it's sad to think about Crumb in his final moments when he was exploding from Yerba. But I in the few experiences that I've had with Crumb AI, I will say that the service is as speedy as his body was before he passed away from being too fast on Yerba. You ask it and like this.
It's sort of a continuation of life, a celebration of life from Mr. Crumb, for Mr. Crumb. Yeah, Crumb AI, coming January 2027.
The producer's back, everyone.
Producer's working
Crumb
overtime.
going around right. We gotta replace him with Crumb.
Yeah, don't do that shit again. Really do it, Crumb.
It's the first AI only for turning on lamps. But after that one's called Lamp.
They tried to cancel.
Oh, they tried to cancel us because we were finally putting the definitive ranking of our colleagues.
They released the Stanley Kubrick box set on Criterion today. People said it was too much money.
I'm glad they chose Tim Heidecker to kind of do the closet when that dropped. But he just couldn't stop
Grabbing at him.
grabbing the Francis.
It's too much fucking money for the Kubrick box set. We
But
gotta
there's-
do
but-
terrorism because of it.
But there's a reason why Kubrick is on your mind. Outside, I'm not to get personal, but outside of
What?
this release. This release, to say the least.
This release has been the box set price has been affecting me personally because I talked to Stanley Kubrick before he died.
Wow. That must have been unbelievably heavy.
Well, he only said one thing. Yep, he only said one thing to me.
What was it about? Like, I know how to do this division. I know how to do the.
Well, that's what you would have thought. I was hoping he was like, he made it. It was clear he only had one sentence left in him before the CIA poison collapsed his DNA on itself. But I was hoping he would say, like, here's an idea for a movie, here's, this is where I hid all the extra takes I did.
Porta 800.
Yeah, this is where I hid all of my Porta 800, this is where I hid all the extra, the 8,000 takes I did for The Shining. But no, it was none of that. Instead, all he had to say was, well...
He wasn't an actor's director. Go where you have to go with this. This is your lived experience, but let me just get that in there. Because I've been harboring this against him for a while. He's not a director's actor. It's too many cuts! It's too many takes!
And I was hoping to talk to him about that, but all he said was, I fucking hate Kofifi.
The Kubrick movie on Kofifi is one that I would have loved to have seen.
He hated Kofifi. That is what he said with his dying fucking breath.
Did he have a project on Kofifi in the works, or was this just something that he kind of had in a kind
There's
of
been no recorded conversation about this. There's been no written documentation about his hatred of Kofifi. But they're saying he told it to me. And there was nowhere else to go with that information.
I think the thing about Kofifi is that it really did. We talked about the Civil War. Kofifi was dangerous because it was a war of the mind. No one necessarily died for Kofifi, for or against, but I think you're either for Kofifi or you're against. Merit 250. Confusion illegal. Knowledge is lethal. Knowledge is lethal. Crime AI. Not a plane in the sky. A sound plan by a very smart guy. Jabba's palace. No more malice. Something like pit. Covered in spit. Don't get hit. Cause we're getting too lit. With Crime AI. Crime AI. Merit 250. Delicious is nifty. Delicious was nifty. A little guy. Too much Yama. Now we in Prada. A place in the sky. Sun so high. Heaven is hell. For a guy so fly. Drink too much Yama. Merit 250. We coming with me. To crumbly hell. Crime AI. Merit 250. Delicious was nifty. For a little guy. Fusion illegal. No, it's lethal. Lethal. Merit 250. Confusion illegal. Knowledge is lethal. Crime AI. Not a plane in the sky. I saw a plan. By a very smart guy. Jabba's palace. No more malice. Sorry like that. Don't get it. We're getting lit. We're Crime AI. Crime AI. Merit 250. Heaven is hell for a guy so fly. Drank too much Yama, now he in hell. Crumbly, and we all going with him.
Salacious to audacious.
Whew. Wow.
That was for Crumb.
That was for Crumb. So he was a good guy. He really was.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's great to be with you again. I know that for you, it may not feel like any more than a millisecond, but for us, it's felt like 100,000 years. We'll shoulder that burden.
We're doing the emotional labor on that one.
Emotional
You're welcome.
labor, physical labor,
Intelligence labor.
body labor. Just your body, just your mental.
But coming at you with a new segment, sort of reminiscent of an old segment. But
We're trying to end on a new/old segment every episode, so yeah, give us your feedback, of course. But
it's
I mean,
both
we
new
got
and
best.
the same at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's not like anything you've ever seen before. I'll say that.
So basically, what we're gonna do is there's two things that you need to be familiar with for this to work, and the first of which is we know you're a fan of DK, but you're also a fan of Dr. J. And basically, there's these people that you must all know, and what we've done is we've attached their souls to a spinning wheel, and then we're going to spin it, and then we've also attached another part of their souls to a piece of block on a ranking list. And so we're going to spin, a name will pop up, a familiar face will pop up, we'll all feel good, then we will rank them. So we have a second to appreciate, and then we have a second to be honest. And so it's going to be an interesting mix, for sure. But I think one that we're ready to handle. So yeah, how should we do it?
This is a new wheel based upon the work of JPH. And
Just in time for a Mara 250.
yeah, these are all they're real, right?
Yep. Some of them are classmates, some of them are old lovers, some of them are kind of my enemies, people that I quite frankly don't care for. Some of them are real people that I met in my dreams.
And they've all been featured in one or more pieces by Mr. Hatchback. And so we're gonna spin the wheel.
Oh, to be a fly on that wall. Can the producer get some alternate pictures of this as well?
The producer is asleep.
We gotta get a new AI producer.
Crumb's working on that as we speak.
Asleep.
So we're gonna spin.
Alright,
and
let's
then
do it.
we're gonna rank.
And this is the first time for all of us, so let's see what happens. Should we put it closer to the thing? Or?
Yes.
Married to 50, you're coming with me. And don't be fooled, we're still here. So it's okay. It has to be illegal for a producer to be asleep.
You have a ad blocker?
They made new ads that don't work. The ad blocker. Whoa!
Oh, Joe Q Trickster, what a fucking first round pull.
The kind old mister. Now we go back. This one's good. So Joe Q Trickster. Like I said, there's a moment to appreciate and then there's a moment to be honest. So Joe Q Trickster. I'm gonna put him. Well, I can put him anywhere. I'm gonna mess here.
You know, I think that's fair. You want to talk about why you think he's an S tier?
I think Joe Q Trickster, the kind old mister. I had a couple run-ins with him. We met in Rome, and I think we also met in Candyland, 1949. And so he's one of my old favorites, and now you get the basic idea of it. Yeah, I think he's one of the ones that not much needs to be said because he's just a beautiful soul. What do you think of Joe Kutrick?
I only met him once. But it was enough to inform me.
He creates these universes where you meet him once, but in that moment you live forever.
I felt like I live forever live. It felt like
Someone's right up.
I felt like I'd lived a whole lifetime with him.
What did they say? What did Jonathan Pietrek say? Closer to the end, the dangerous part, the middle part, the now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how I feel about Joe Kutrick as well. I feel like he would love that
So
life.
I think that's fair.
Okay, let's take him out. Sorry. Move. Right, it's man, kid.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, but bye. Next one. Quick! What does that say?
Rupert T. phone book.
Whoa. Rupert T. Do you want to rank this one?
Rupert. I mean, B or A.
Yeah, he can't be higher than... Not to jump the gun, but he can't be higher than that.
You think he's B?
He's B.
I was always more favorable to Rupert than you were, but...
And this is malleable. But Rupert T. phone book, he has his ups and he has his downs. But he's a good guy.
You never really quite saw eye to eye with Rupert, but...
Always felt like he knew more than he was letting on. And yet, he felt like he was quite judgmental. Once I start spinning, I can't stop spinning. I'm just losing my brain. Whoa! Joe D. Foster! Now this is an interesting one, because this is an actual test over here. Jodie Foster. Wait, what did they look like? Yeah, Jodie Foster. I don't know. I don't like Jodie Foster. You like Jodie Foster?
I was not a fan of Jodie Foster.
Okay.
I thought
Sometimes less is more.
better people have been made than Jodie.
Barely, but still many. Oh, Tony B. Boxing.
Tony B. Boxing. He's a fan favorite.
I think he's a
Crowd
sneaky.
favorite.
I'm sneaky up on Tony B. Boxing.
He's a solid B, maybe A.
I think Tony B. Boxing can be A for now. Tony B. Boxing. Oh, he's a B, I guess.
I think he's a B. I mean,
Tony B. Boxing. He really B. That's the thing about it. Sometimes someone's name doesn't match them, but sometimes it does, and it's beautiful. Because Tony B. Boxing. Okay, next one. It's dwindling. I wish it could never be over. Bang! No!
oh fuck.
Oh, actually, J. James Nebraska Hewitt, that's A tier. That's A tier. Because of the story that she originates from, and that we've known, and also from the name J. James Nebraska Hewitt.
J. James Nebraska Hewitt has... What a story. I mean,
the way that she kind of interacted with Reginald T. Hamperfield in that story really left chills on my spine, on my tingly bits. You can just find this tab. Business, the kind of business lady.
A?
S.
S?
I guess A,
A.
for the sake of the.
Joe Kutrick there.
I know where you live, J. James Nebraska Hewitt. I will always think of you.
Yeah, it's...
Put your hand there or something.
Prime Minister Raptor PC Cruiser. Now look, was Prime Minister in the best? Did he have the best stories, or the best actions, or the best temperament? No.
I think sometimes a character comes along in your life where just by the chance encounter of getting to know them, that becomes a story of its own. Even if the larger chapter of your life is undesirable and one that you would like to be forgotten, that I'll never forget that night at the gas station with Prime Minister Raptor PT Cruiser, and the way that he kind of came on to us, and the stories he had to share, and even if at the time we weren't so forthcoming with our eagerness, we
Well, he loved that gas station, man, more than anything in the world.
He thought Cars was a real movie. He thought everyone just hung out at the gas station.
He didn't want to be anywhere else. We couldn't get him out of there. We tried.
Sometimes that's when it hurts most. When someone that you really have come to know in a short time and you want to help them and they just don't. They can't take with it.
about gas station.
They only... And he wasn't sniffing. He just liked the nozzle.
He just
liked the nozzle.
He liked seeing the trucks deliver the gas in the morning.
He actually had a PhD in supply chain.
Where'd we put him?
Yes. Oh, this one's tricky because I think this is going to shape up to be a duo.
Cookie TT and Sammy AB. I was familiar with Cookie TT. I don't know if I'm that familiar with you. You'll have to tell me about Sammy AB. Cookie TT. Son, you met him on a good day? One of the best guys. Cookie TT on a bad day? Fucking nightmare from hell.
Well, I kind of always thought of Sammy AB and Cookie TT as being kind of a yin and yang. So just like you said, on one day, Cookie TT was a good guy, and the other day, a bat out of hell. Just double that and reverse it. And that's Sammy AB, basically. Basically, not a good guy, but basically sometimes was a good guy. And I think that it really creates this interesting dichotomy of the expression of self, because there's this multiplicity of the underworkings at which we operate with, and at certain sample sizes there's this kind of repression that occurs, and I think this is when we get a bifocal secular situation, if you will, because they're both very entrenched in their worlds, and yet there's this dissonance that I found deeply irritating and troubling at times as well. But I think they're pretty good.
You said it.
Okay. Let's put them on a list. Where will they go? Yeah. Like I said, they had beauty and they had horror.
And then there were 4.
Peter P. Merkham.
Peter P. No, Mr. Merkham was always up to something. You never quite knew it, that guy.
He was a real cat out of the alley.
The bag.
You know what I mean?
I don't remember. What did he get up to?
I think it was embezzlement. Or, I don't know.
You didn't go away for a long time. You went away for a quick
I think Peter P. Merkham was a side character in the expedition of Saxophone J Maintenance. But I think we know who was the star in that duo. In that
Where did Peter go? See?
F. I don't know. But talk about a real go-getter. Oh. A man of patience.
Patience.
This is one of my personal favorites, not just because of what he represents to young children all over America 250, but also because what he represents to me. Because this was a guy that I met on the side of a road during a turbulent time in my life, and I think we just had a connection. He was fair, he was calm, he was patient, he was reluctant, but because he had this magneticism about him. He didn't want to show his hand all the way, but because he knew he was winning. Okay, let's rank him, I guess. Where will he go?
Saxophone, he got to go high.
Which one was he? That one?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Is he A or is he... Maybe let's swap.
Yeah, put PT Cruiser down.
PT Cruiser go down.
Saxophone J's.
What did I get out of this hat?
Higher than PT.
I can't get
Oh God.
I'm so hungry.
And there were fucking two of them.
This one.
Reginald T. Hamperfield.
The man of unusual
Taste.
punctuality. This was my first ever encounter with a ghost. I'm glad it was him. If you see some of the other ones and you think, wow. That sucks. But this one is like a little angel. Even though he's scary. And he also is a devil, don't get me wrong, that's how ghosts work. What do you have to say about this one?
He always knew what to say, even when he didn't know how to talk. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Alright, and then there was one.
Instant A physics.
I don't really remember this one.
I don't know either. Look at me. Just because we forgot about Princeton doesn't mean they weren't good. Doesn't mean we don't remember them. Just because we forgot doesn't mean we don't remember.
Grade inflation or something. Okay. Bye-bye.
Princeton. Wait, where'd you put there's two of them? Why was there two of these one?
So it's a pretty competitive list.
Let us know. Do you agree with our rankings? Do you disagree?
Please send us your metrics.
Please include your opinion of the rankings with your metrics. We only accept some certain types of mails. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope your brain grew 3 sizes.
Stay tuned for the crumb. We'll be dropping at a internet cafe near you soon on the tablet.
Tablet only.
Tablet only. It's gonna take over. Every time every time someone flips over the iPad for you to tap, we want you to go download Chrome.
I want you to hit no tip, crumb.
Yeah. Yeah, just do a custom tip and have all the numbers spell out the kind of numerical equivalent to the alphabet of Chrome.
Yeah, do that. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thanks.